Welcome to this week's Elite Blastapopoulos. You know it's a tough one when they give you extra starting cash, because that means it's gotta make up for some other crazy modifier, and this is the crazy modifier. Triple the boss speed at reduced health, but still, that's pretty difficult, especially because there's limited heroes, no Geraldo, and more importantly, no Super Monkey, and also none of the best farms available, only 252 allowed. So our two best farming options, Banana Central and Temple, are basically nullified. This week's is also least tiers, but I'm gonna keep it to you straight right now. I don't know how the hell to get anywhere close to the top scores at the moment. I'll probably just aim for something in the top 50, which, I mean, I guess it's a pretty big gap. So that should be pretty easy as long as I don't do anything stupid, but I'm guessing at least I'm gonna have to use 100 tiers here. Before I start, just to show you that I mean business, I've also re-spec'd my monkey knowledge to leave off one in the military. Reason being, you want to leave off this one so that mob class balloons come in with more HP, and so you get a higher degree Paragon as a result. It's kind of needed here. 2.5k starting cash is enough for Benjamin, and a base farm, and 1-0 the moment I start the round. Unsurprisingly, we're going to go for a heavy bank strategy because that's literally the only good farming tower that we have, the Monkeynomics. However, Monkeynomics isn't enough to afford us everything that I need for this run, so I'm going to have to get some miscellaneous, I guess, B-tier money-making options after. I'd also like to use this monotonous early game to go over some balance changes this update that will make this run a lot easier, or rather, will be the key to cutting a lot more tiers than usual. And I'm talking about the Monkey Ace, spoiler alert, we are going to use the Ace Paragon for the end of this run here. What they buffed is the build up to the Paragon, so Spectre is getting a new approach. They're trading in Pierce for higher single target damage, and this also applies to the ISAB big plane. And I gotta say, it's pretty hype considering I feel like the big plane already did very good damage. But they decided to go heavy. For one, the frontal darts on the Spectre is double the damage, 4 to 8, as well as extra ceramic damage, and Flying Fortress also 4 to 8, 10 to 14 mob class damage, and now normal attacks on one of its other attacks, so now you truly don't need a mid. Given the big plane has 3 different attacks, I'm not sure the exact percentage buff increase this is, like, without including any other damage buffs in the equation, but all you need to know is that I believe it should be significant. We're also just waiting one more round here to get the bank to full, and then we'll get the IMF loan. So a perfect 9,500. Do this, deposit once, and now we wait. I'll actually deposit twice, just so it becomes full sooner. I need to get up to 12.5k and time it for when I get the ability for the 10k loan. Let's hope I timed it right. It should be close to full after this round, and perfect. Now I just need this Wing Monkey Ace with Pineapple to catch them. And beautiful. Check this out now. We're going to suck it up, but only the IMF loan. I want to keep this one around so I can upgrade it back to, I guess, an IMF loan. Play the round, 10k loan. Boom, boom. And gotta buy a range upgrade so this reaches. It's touching. Perfect. And now let's get back Monkey Bank. I probably should get some more defense soon, but right now I'm trying to greed to get the IMF loan immediately. If I need to buy more defense, I'll probably just get a Bomber Ace, but until then, deposit to the max. I think I probably need it for around 35, though. And this should be pretty close to ideal. Collect 11.5k here. And now we need to keep greeding. 3 rounds until tier 1 is dicey, but I've got to get a Chinook. And then try to get yet another IMF loan cash out by round 40, so that I can unlock the Marine, which is going to be used for tier 1 defense. Should be no surprise that since they banned everything, Marine is probably the second best farm after the Monkeynomics, so well worth the 6 tiers. Okay, close enough to full here. So, perfect. If I take out another 10k loan, I'll have enough for the 30k Marine. And let's get this show on the road. So there's that. I'll get Jungle Drums because I need attack speed, and then back to depositing for another cash out as soon as I can, because the thing is, you would not expect Blastapopoulos to be that threatening because it moves so slowly, but triple speed actually makes this difficult, because I'm telling you, Marine cannot solo. This 40k tower cannot solo tier 1 elite, so I'm gonna have to get more, but again, after I take out a fat loan. It's also very important to place my Marine in a good spot. When I mean good spot, I mean a spot that doesn't get blocked by the rocks that keep spawning. I think this is why nobody likes Blastapopoulos. It's just very annoying to work around all the negative effects that he gives. Like, don't forget too, since this is an ability-based tower, I get less Marines too. And let's see, I think the play is to put the Marine, like, pretty much on top of Blastapopoulos, because it spawns out 8 rocks outside of its radius. So as long as, by the time I hit a skull, Marine's on top of it, then it won't get cockblocked. We'll put the Marine on top here. There it is. Full. Wait, let me get the 6.7 from the Marine first. Yes, unironically 6.7. Okay. IMF loan. And now that I got 32k, let's just finish it off easier. So this Spectre I'm just going to sell later. It is a lot of money, but it is very tier efficient, and I only lose a little bit of money from it. Unironically giving it double damage on the darts makes this a very good option. As you can see, without Marine, it's still doing a solid over 100 DPS on Blast. And we needed a secondary tower because, as you can see, once we hit max heat, everything goes back on full cooldown. So that means my Marine DPS is completely gone. So yes, even on tier 1 does this buff come in handy. Let's also use this time to greed for another farm. I want to get me another Monkey Bank. Hell, even with Spectre, there should be no reason, or there should be no business for it to be that close. If I actually messed up, I think I gotta redo tier 1 again. Oh my god, 500 damage. Okay, this is attempt number 4 or something like that. Some ridiculously high number. I think this time I got it though. I just had to lock in and focus out everything except just working on beating this damn tier. I shouldn't be surprised that I think I do perform worse while I'm also trying to talk and explain what's going on. This looks good though. Hopefully Marine is on for as long as possible. It stopped attacking. That's okay. We got the Spectre to clean up for us. Awesome. And now I'll sell it so that I can greed even further. I've got myself in mind the following. Elite Sniper gives $3,000 per crate, which is probably better than what an IMF loan will do. I'll still do another one. I'm gonna, after buying this, Chinook it to behind the cactus, even though this is a pretty rough spot, because now any pops the sniper gets will do low damage. I also don't know why it's Chinooked here. I swear I clicked there. I'll try my best to avoid balloons from getting over here, but I guess we do have the bomber race that can help clean stuff up before then, I guess on figure 8. Anyway, take another loan. We'll deposit in both. And right now, I think we can probably make the save up to the Monkeynomics now. In the meantime, while we do have time-based abilities, I'm just chucking the Chinook at the entrance to blow back stuff as long as possible, in case you're wondering. Actually, I have an interesting idea. So this will lose me money for 15 seconds, but I think it's worth it, like, as the crate is up, to use the, to Chinook it back into range to get $600 extra, and hopefully this thing just doesn't lose $600 from attacking balloons. And then, as you see what I'm doing, we're gonna Chinook it back to over here. Actually, I guess when you have the sniper back in village range, it still makes the extra money from Monkey Town. The reason why, overall, you don't want to hit an entrance, so again, I can just perma-stall with, say, regrows or whatever balloons are at the entrance. Once the timer starts ticking up, I'm gonna use a Marine to end the round. Both banks are full, 73k. Oh, I'm so close to... If I use 2 loans now, I'm at 93. But I think I gotta do one more cycle of collecting. So we'll wait 2 rounds, I think, and then we'll have the Monkeynomics by then. End of 53 here should do it. Collect all again, and I only need 1 loan this time to get that nomics. Easy. I'm not gonna break my back anymore trying to move this in range for $600 because at this point, with this massive 10k per ability, my main focus should be stalling every round as long as possible to get the most money from this Monkeynomics. And because there's still 5 rounds left, I think we can make the jump to Energizer for, I guess, 20% more income, essentially. It's kind of risky to say this early, I'm done farming for the rest of the game, but I kind of mean it. Because here's the issue, after getting the big boy tier 5s that make good money, what else is tier efficient that actually makes a substantial amount of money, because overall, the IMF loan will make, I don't know, 1.3k per round. But more IMF loans is more hassle and more things I gotta do. All I'm saying is that, again, if we can't get top path farms or bottom path, the range of tier efficient farms become worse and worse and worse. I'll also get an overclock in advance for tier 2, and what I could do as well is overclock, say, this IMF loan here to make a bit more money and then more interest. Tier 2, as much as I like to do Ace, there's one big problem with Ace if, say, you want to keep it around for the rest of the game. That's the fact that it's global range, so you can't really stall rounds. Big Plane will just literally pop everything at the front, so I'm gonna make way less money, sadly, if I commit to that. So instead, I'm gonna commit to a MAD, where I can target it away if I want to stall around. Simple as that. So I'm gonna use that to solo. I'm gonna try to greed and use an overclock for the time being on this guy here. Just keep the Marine locked in place up here. Try to aim the Dartling as well in a spot where it doesn't even touch the balloons at the entrance, so that I keep the round on round 60 when I end this boss, because that way I make way more money. Usually in ranked mode, there's like a time penalty. Once you reach a time penalty, the money-making abilities stop going, but I think when the boss is active, that doesn't apply. You can go ham as hard as you like, and because of that, I don't know why I'm even overclocking, or there's no need to overclock the IMFs because the rounds won't progress, so I will use the overclock on the MAD and then just, I guess, use the MAD ability whenever. This is good, though. Still around 60. I think the max heat, though, is going to mess everything up, though. Yeah, it stopped my blowback for like 5 seconds, and that was enough to kill it. That's fine. And given Regrow Zebras can be stalled infinitely, I think this is looking good. We should even do less damage to Blast so that we can milk it for as long as possible. Like, even though I could use Mad Ability to end it over here, how about we just wait till the very exit while still keeping it on around 61. Unsurprisingly, it sucks ass to play a boss when all the farming options are banned. So we gotta make use of what we got, and this is what I'm talking about. Let's blast off, no, I'm gonna wait. Milk it as long as possible here now. Mad Ability, and GG. That was a long-ass stall. I think we milked out probably 3 of these abilities during that session. Not bad. I also just realized another good thing about Mad is I can pop mobs before they reach Benjamin, because Benjamin in the 50s was Trojaning every single Moab, which meant I was only getting $11 from each one, as opposed to the Sprams inside. So having a target over here while not popping the balloons in the entrance is, yeah, again, perfect. Not much else to say here other than I'm gonna buy Ultra Boost now and start Ultra Boosting all the DPS, but farms first because I want to greed. I think we made about $30,000 this round. Oh, scratch that, 40k. So again, that should give you an indicator of what we're looking at and how much we should be expected to have. So see you in round 80, I guess. And now, welcome to round 80. Did you expect me to have $500,000? This actually surpasses my expectations. However, the money per round is gonna drop like a landslide starting now, because I can't pass up the million+ pops that Tier 3 Blast has to offer. So now, I'm gonna have to make the jump to buying the Flying Fortress, and I guess while I'm at it, all Ace Tier 5s. We're going to, in order for the Ace to get more pops, just target the Mad away. We don't need it for this tier. This is probably going to be one of the easier tiers, simply put. Homeland Defense 2 for double the damage. Yeah, first skull now, second skull is about to be hit. This does bring up the heat bar quite a bit, but again, that's not really a concern. I'll just keep the Ultra Boost on the Flying Fortress, as that is obviously doing the most damage. 272k right now. I do have to buy Rapid Fire for a little bit more DPS. But given the buffs now, it looks like it's about 6, comparing this one, 6 times stronger than the Sky Shredder. Which I guess isn't the greatest comparison, because the Sky Shredder isn't really that good of a mob damager. But I digress, we'll take it down eventually. Progress actually seems a lot slower now, because I guess I lost the initial Homeland. Yeah, this is really bad. I hit max heat again, so now the Homeland is back on full cooldown, even though it was like 75% cooled off. This is why nobody likes Blastapopoulos, and they should probably rework this boss, at least to have less annoying features. I feel like it's got too many annoying things going on for it. 1 is the resetting abilities, 2, Plasma adding more heat, 3, the range of everything gets tinier, What else am I missing? More of the story. Everybody hates Blastapopoulos. Don't tell me I'm gonna hit max heat here, and... Come on. Good, good. I finally got a second homeland off after 10 billion years. What's funny is that I think if I didn't get it off, I actually don't think I would have survived. Isn't that freaking amazing? And don't tell me I'm actually gonna die here. Come on. Do I really need Matt to attack? Oh my god. Wow. I'm actually surprised that wasn't enough. Well, plan B then. Plan B is just gonna be by Perm Brew. I'm gonna need it for tier 4 anyway. 15% attack speed and a little bit extra damage, so what's not to like about that upgrade? We're gonna hit another max heat 2 here, I think, but that's fine. I lose that second homeland because I got more DPS now, but that should still be an overall buff. And that should be barely enough to scrape by, right? Oh, come on. Don't make me restart this again. What? That was 1,000 HP. Get out of here, get out of here. This is a lot of monkey money down the drain. But whatever. There we go. We had to get the mat to clean up the extra 2,000 damage there. That's insane. Anyway, because now all my planes are super giga cracked and buffed, there's no way I'm gonna be able to stall out these rounds at all. I'm gonna make very little money from here on out, but I will try my best. Guess I'll ultra boost the farm some more income. 660k starting tier 4, pretty good all things considered. Now our tier count is gonna skyrocket because I gotta get a Paragon to defend this tier, but not the Ace. Obviously, because I can't afford it. So instead, we gotta spend 20 plus tiers on Dart Monkeys. It'll be over here, because it gets good bounces at the entrance, and also, I think the exact amount to get degree 40 is about 144k. Let's see if I did it right. Yep, perfect. Well, it's simple reasoning for the spot. When Blast spawns in, this is how the darts will bounce, so it'll get a good head start, and don't forget to, when Blastapopoulos spawns rocks, it actually gains DPS. Just to make sure we get more damage onto the aces, I'll add a Super Brutal for 6 tiers, and that will give all of those darts spawning plus 4 damage. Here we go. Homeland immediately. Drop Marine. Drop this. And I'm also hoping that this spot avoids the getting cock-blocked by the rock. So if it does block it, then I have to redo the tier. Let me see. Okay, I do have to redo the tier. See how it's not attacking? It's because its hitbox is on top of the rock, so I've got to put it higher, I think. Okay, take 2. This is a little bit higher this time. I think this should avoid it. Right? No, it's not. Oh my god. This is infuriating. Okay, how about so low that it's out of range of the rocks completely? Surely that's better, right? See what I mean? It gets blocked, or the line of sight's gone here, but it should be back sooner than later is what I'm saying. So once it has sight again, yeah, this is what I mean, this is what I mean. It's not doing a lot of damage, but it's better than getting completely blocked by the rocks. So I'll take what I can get here. In the meantime, just keep on using our 15-second cooldown on the Chinook to move the Super Brutal. And keep it going. Second skull. Final stretch. It looks like this is kind of bad timing for the rock, because my Dart Paragon still can't hit it. There we go. Now that's hitting, this should finally do it, although, I don't know. It still looks pretty bad. 2 skulls left. This didn't get blocked, right? Oh, it might have actually. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, man. Even with the degree 40, we still have to have perfect timings, like for hitting the skull, because I don't think this is gonna do it. 1 skull left, but this rock completely gets in the way of Dart. All in all, we're not that far off, though. Just 400k HP to go. It'll probably just take, I don't know, a better run than this, so see you whenever that happens. Okay, take 2. This, okay. I think last time, the third last skull completely blocked the Dart Monkey, but this time, it has full sight lines. So this is good. Yep, second last skull was hit very early. Now, oh, perfect, perfect. This time, the second last skull did not get blocked by rock, so this is the run here. This'll do, this'll do. Come on. For safe measures, I guess I should Chinook the Mad. Because this is gonna come down to the wire still. Homeland? There we go. Ugh, what a tier. Anyway, Hopefully we can still afford Ace Paragon despite pumping so much money into the dart. Otherwise, things might get a little bit tricky. I'll probably have to sell a bit of defense here too in order to afford the 900k. It's also not ideal that the Dart Monkey is also kind of stealing pots when DTs come in, but I feel like if I just keep using Homeland, anything that's not a DT won't reach anyway. I guess what I could do is I could target the foam early, so hopefully it doesn't even get there. I think it would also be ideal if I got the Ace Paragon 1 round in advance, because that's basically 1 extra Carpet Bomb. Let's see how close we are to affording it. 9.5 million pops from this guy should hopefully be enough for degree 60. I can sell this, and this. If I needed to sell more to put Cash Lighter for an extra degree, then I'll do so, but I'd like to keep the other towers around because they all could be very useful. Let's see. Come on, 60. Oh, crap. That's not good. What if I sell everything, then? I can get 200k at Cash Lighter? Is that 4 extra degrees? No. That's pretty far off. Fine, how about 1 more round of pops? These bads will give a little bit, but now I don't have the ability up, so even getting a degree 16 might cost me. Well, crossing fingers again. This time, F it. 2 Spectres. 60? No. Yeah, I'm kind of just done at this point. We're just going to keep adding 1 Spectre until I get 60. How about 3? There we go. Obviously, in hindsight, had I known I was going to get extra Spectres, I should have gotten them for tier 3 and 4 to do more damage, but obviously, who would have known it would come down to this? Let's just play and get this over with, shall we? In case you're wondering also, I think all those top double-digit scores use a different Paragon that's not Ace, surprisingly. Something to do with the Spike Factory, but that's something we can look at maybe another time. Good news, first skull still allows Dart Monkey to hit a little bit, but not really the best bounces, But low-key, I'm scared this is not going to be enough because missing 1 Carpet Bomb is like an extra million plus damage, which could absolutely be the difference maker here. Absolutely, and this Carpet Bomb here, you know what, let's save it, let's save it, because I'm gonna hit max heat anyway, and the Carpet Bomb doesn't go through skulls. So what I'm doing is I'm waiting till now to get the full damage through. There we go. That gets us there a little bit earlier, and there's max heat, so I didn't really lose much from delaying the first Carpet Bomb. Let's hope I have a second one up for the end of this, because it's going to be tight. Don't get blocked. Oh, you asshole. That's going to kill me, isn't it? Second last skull. That's good, right? No. It's not attacking. Unlucky, man. I don't know what I can change other than just keep on praying that Wing Monkey does it. Wait. There's a chance. Carpet Bomb is up. Nope, not up now. Bro. It was 3 seconds from being up. You can't make this shit up. I feel like at this point, I might have to resort to, like, Ace Micro, but I'll keep trying Wing Monkey until I have to take the wheel myself, you know? Okay, I'm doing a very small amount of Micro here, just some casual circle or reverse targeting. This here should do it. Nope, it doesn't work. Okay, I gotta get this on 119, I think. So if I go back to 119 and add 2 more Spectres, like, absolutely nuking my score, I can get degree 60, but at this point, whatever. Let's just end this once and for all. And let's see, the damage is a bit fast, so I don't think we get the ability fully off, do we? No, but that should buy me 1 extra Carpet Bomb, at least I think. Alright, 1 billionth times a charm. Hitting a skull earlier also does what to my Dart Monkey? It still hits, but not the ideal placement. See, here's the extra Carpet Bomb. It actually is a bit overkill in damage. Oh no, no, it doesn't help. That's actually not any faster than before. I hate this game sometimes. I think I need a full cooldown of Carpet Bomb to get this to work. Yeah. I'm still 2 seconds from getting it. I've about had it with this boss. I'm just gonna nuke my score at this point, get a bunch of tiers, and just get this on 118. So we're guaranteed 2 Carpet Bombs now. If this doesn't work, I'm just gonna give up on life. Here we go, immediate Carpet Bomb, so we get 2 off. That should be a big head start. And here is that second Carpet Bomb I so dearly needed to hit halfway a lot sooner. There's still a little bit of overflow damage, but that's the best I can do. Just gotta make sure the last skull is avoided now, and I get one more carpet bomb. Which I do, right? Oh, this is good. Yes, yes, yes. It's not blocked. This is the run. Right? Right? 50k, 50k. So we're gonna RNG our way through, and this time is way worse. Nope, I gotta try all the way from 120 again. Restarting the round doesn't help. And me. Okay, I think I just have to relearn Centered Path Micro. I remember doing this a long time ago, and it was annoying as hell. But I just gotta take the wheel instead of praying on Wiimote because it's just not working at this point. So reverse target now. Put it up there. Put it very high up. Very high. Reverse. Now put it all the way over here. Reverse again. Put it very high up. 200k? 45k left. Okay, I can do it. Come on. This is it. This is it. Oh, finally. That was torture. I'm gonna keep it real with you. The fact that normally a degree 60 ace and degree 40 dart should be enough to easily breeze through most bosses, but this was a struggle. And that's barely top 50 for the moment, but whatever. I'm just done. That was awful, but hope you enjoyed it anyway. Here's some other boss runs that probably went a little bit smoother in case you're looking for more to watch.